Greetings everyone, hope you are having a great day. Welcome to your English class, and today we are going to study about active and passive voice. So there is a difference between these two kinds of voice, which are actually two different type of sentences conveying the same meaning. For example, when we say active voice, it is the sentence in which the subject performs the action to the object or on the object, right? So subject is the action doer, basically the one who performs the action, while object is something on which an action is being done. For example, we have two examples. Sarah writes a letter. The boys purchase the books. These are the examples of the present tense and past tense respectively, as we can see from the forms of verbs used in these sentences. In the very first sentence, Sarah writes a letter. Sarah was the subject, writes is the action being done, a letter is the object. In another example, the boys are the subject, purchased is the action, the verb done in the sentence, and the books is the object. So this is how we write an active voice. But in passive voice there are some rules in which the object it gets turned into the subject. The word that was basically a subject first, it turns into an object, and we also add a preposition by, which shows that by whom the action was done. For example, if we had the previous example of Sarah writes a letter, it can be rewritten as a letter is written by Sarah. It has the same meaning, but the sentence structure is different, and we have added the word by, which is showing that it is the passive voice. In another example, the boys purchased the books. It is converted into the books were purchased by the boys. So what we have to say is when there is a first form of verb, we use is, are or am. But whenever there is second form of verb, we use was or were in the passive voice. The books, that was the object, it became the subject. The books purchased is changed into were purchased, we have added the word by, and the boys, that was the subject, now has become the object in this sentence. How do we change it? So whenever we have a present tense first form of verb is used, then we have to change it into is, I am, are, and we have to use third form of verb in passive voice. Similarly, if the active voice had second form of verb, then second form of verb is changed into was, were plus third form of verb. We have some other examples, which is Sarah visits the library regularly. So we can say the library is visited by Sarah regularly. The first form of verb is changed into is plus third form of verb in passive voice. Next we have my dad cooked tasty meal. Cooked is the second form of verb used in the tense, so we have to change it into was cooked. Tasty meal, that was the object, it became the subject. My dad is written at the end with the addition of the word by in passive voice. Last, we have some other examples like the flowers are plucked by the gardener. It was the passive voice. So considering the rules that we had used for the conversion, so we are going to use are plucked into simply first form of verb. The gardener is added at the first of the sentence. The gardener plucks the flowers. Similarly, for past tense, the my school shoes were hidden by my puppy. So my puppy is the subject now. Were hidden shows that it's the past tense. So we are going to use second form of verb, which is hide. Hide, hid, hidden. So hid is used here to convert it into active voice, and my shoes become the object. Hope that all of this is clear.